Judson, I want to thank you for being here. I know you and I have one thing in common. We want to solve this mystery. We want to give her family peace and closure. Although those are just words, I don't think they'll ever have real closure. This is devastating. The FBI contacted your wife just a couple of days ago. Tell us what they were asking her about and talking about.
Well, thanks for having me on. I really appreciate you, first off, for keeping this case hot, keeping people informed. I think it's very important, definitely at this stage, with no answers right now. You know, I don't have any answers, but, you know, I can tell people basically what's going on is, you know, the FBI, they're still doing their job. That's the reason why I wanted to talk to people about this. They're working on this case, you know. They contacted us. They asked us for further information. You know, they asked us when's the last time we'd seen her, you know, if we knew about anybody she was possibly dating, and we didn't know. But I just want to tell people it's a positive thing because they are reaching out to people as of yesterday, you know, and they're still keeping this thing going. And, you know, we all just want to pray that they get this thing resolved.
Well, let me ask you this. My understanding is that they asked about a possible boyfriend, a male, and this is a person that nobody apparently knew about. Tell us about that.
You know, I'm the same answer. I didn't know about anybody. If there was somebody, you know, I know Maggie had a pretty serious relationship for about 5 years. She went back to pursue school. Great guy. I actually miss hanging out with him. He's also a teacher, really good guy. That's really all I knew. She went back and got her master's degree.
Well, let me jump in there. Let me jump in there. She had a boyfriend for many years. Now, she moved from, I believe, Cleveland, Ohio to North Carolina about 5 years ago. Did she leave that old relationship behind? I mean, you know, generally when you're 31, you're dating. If you're single, you're going to go out. It was a Friday night into a Saturday morning where during the time that she was tragically murdered. This mystery person they asked you about, was this a possible dating relationship?
You know, I honestly don't know. I can tell you if you're wanting to go back and talk about previous exes, the timeline might be a little off there, but the guy that I knew of, she started dating years ago after she had moved down here. He's definitely not a suspect. He's a really good guy. I know him personally. He's not even to talk about in this situation. The thing that is throwing everybody off right now is the fact they're asking, was there some other guy? I'm like, I don't even know when Maggie would have time to date, you know? And again, the thing that's puzzling here, Maggie, again, was such a positive, beautiful person. I mean, when she was around people, she cared about you more than she did herself, and she wouldn't talk about things like that.
Well, Judson, let me ask you this. Look, she was 31. She's a beautiful young woman. It's certainly not a crime to date. I mean, that's what young people do, and people do
right.
if they're not in a committed relationship.
Listen, we don't know that there wasn't some guy maybe she was just nice to, and he took it the wrong way. I mean, we don't know. You know, you see that kind of stuff all the time.
But did FBI ask you about a particular individual?
They asked, you know, if my wife knew of someone, and she said no, we had never heard of the person, and that was it. I mean, you know, that's all I can say. I mean, that's all I have. You know, we just learned recently that the Twitter message, for example, you know, that's cold now. You know, that turned out to be everything was okay on that.